Again, what's going on?
So,
all right.
yeah.
All right, we're here with Malcolm right after the finale, and you know you are the runner-up to the fan favorite.
Everyone compares you to Ozzy.
How does it feel to be so close but so far?
I was second for fan favorite, and I'm damn like 1 day away from the end of the game. This is not my best mood.
Do we need to get you a drink after this?
Yeah, you were immediately getting. There was no liquor in the green room. What the hell is this? I'm like sitting there. I drink. I'm a bartender, and every episode I watch with my family. My family drinks. We're throwing back. We're yelling at the TV, all that stuff. The one I'm finally gonna get kicked off of, I didn't get to have a single sip of anything.
Survivor.
So what are you going to do about that now?
We're gonna remedy the situation in about 5 minutes.
Isn't it funny you mentioned that? Survivor is one of those shows, like literally it's almost like football, where for instance, all of us when we watch the show, we literally scream at the television and you're making a bad move, or at the end when someone goes home that you don't like, isn't it crazy? And like how much, obviously you were a huge fan, you've been watching since you were a kid. How was it watching the show with you being on it? Because it's completely different.
You know what it is? Now I'll admit, like when I'm not on, I'm like, oh, let's just fast forward this. This isn't my tribe. We're not gonna watch this anymore.
He fast forwards everyone but himself.
Narcissism. It was completely surreal at first, then you kind of get used to it, and it's been a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun to see it. But then, like, you see what's going on behind your back that you don't know about. I think I'm in such control of the game, and like, oh, everyone's doing what I want, and then
I'm the best player on the planet.
Yeah, I was saying that to myself out there probably, and then you see Lisa. Like just sitting there constantly trying to get rid of me. I'm throwing popcorn at the TV and you're just throwing, what the hell?
How was it actually? Because you got voted off this episode, so you're all backstage watching it together. What was the mood and the energy like backstage?
For the most part, it was fine. We're not naming names. There's a few people who aren't.
RC.
There's a few people who aren't taking the situation as well as others, so it made it stressful. But for the most part, all of us were really enjoying it, and I complain a lot. I have a good sense of humor about what happened. I knew it was coming for a long time, and it's just a game. You shouldn't be holding grudges over this stuff, really.
Did you ever think once, like, hey, maybe Lisa's the threat here. Why don't we turn the table against her? Or did you always think that, like, she's the ultimate floater? Like, it doesn't matter. How come no one saw her as a threat?
You've done this. Exact. Oh, fourth placers. Oh
my God. We have 2 fourth places right here.
Fourth at all?
No. I think it's better. We're gonna start a club. Yeah, really. That's what we don't quite get to hang out with the cool kids.
Hashtag 4th place.
Well, but they're absolutely telling a story. It's a TV show first, and what you see isn't necessarily. They're building suspense to keep things. Lisa and Skupin were never going to win. It just wasn't going to happen. They turned on their entire tribe. Skupin was seen as not being very strategic at all. Lisa was insane, like driving everybody crazy. Like I don't want to say Sugar Kuiper, and she was crying all over the place. Right. It was like we all knew how volatile she was. They were never threats to win the game unless they took Abby, which I was shocked they didn't do, but
So who were you going to take to the final 3? I mean, you said for sure you were going to take them, but looking back at the entire game now, all the other players, you could have mixed it up. Because the funny thing about Survivor, it could go either way in 2 seconds. Literally everything changes like minute by minute. If you could take a different final 3.
I get to pick them, and I know I'm going to make it with them?
Yeah.
Angie.
I mean...
Sorry, you knew that was coming. And you know who's the coolest guy? So funny, absolutely endearing. Like one of the most quick-witted guys, and you never see it coming, is Zane. He's absolutely hysterical. He's so cool.
The that you had with Zane, what was it about it that you liked about him, other than his really lame one-liners?
No. He was saying he's got a filthy mind. It was so funny. He's just all over the place. He's bouncing off the wall. All of us are like already like getting hunger pains and like kind of bored and like trying to figure stuff out. Zane's just running around saying unintelligible things, like trying to talk to everyone. He's a crazy person, but he's so funny, and he really is a really funny, cool guy. I saw him first day. Again, my arrogance coming out. I'm like, I'm Ethan. You're Big Tom from way back. Like he had his crazy guy, and then the other guy won the game.
Would you say that he gave up towards the end? Because everyone said that he gave up in the first.
I don't think he knew what he was even doing. He seemed like
he gave up.
I don't think he gave up. I think he just was like a small town guy, was just like showing up, was like, I don't even know what's going on. He had no idea really how big of a scope the whole show was.
Smoking when he ran out of cigarettes on the plane ride out to the Philippines.
Who does that?
Zane does that, so he's awesome. But I don't.
Dead air.
He's just, I think he had a weak moment. I think when he said that, he wanted to quit and then changed his mind 5 minutes. And then he realized, what the hell am I doing? And then he tried to turn it into the greatest move of all time because he's a superstar or whatever. So nice guy, had a weak moment, but that was really he was going home anyways.
So you have Angie, and then you have Zane. Who's your third person?
Third,
like,
for my fourth placer, because I have to be very careful what I tell.
Careful.
Yeah, if I get to pick anybody.
Anybody.
Not Denise.
No.
Love her, absolutely love her, but
she's an earshot away.
There.
Denise, if I got to pick my final four, I wouldn't take you. That's just so you know before.
He wouldn't.
At the very beginning. Oh, you know what? No, that's not true. It would have been Denise.
Oh.
Because we had a little moment, like right away. It would have been Denise. Denise, all right, Denise is the fourth.
Denise is the fourth. Favorite Survivor player of all time?
Can't say myself, can I?
No. You are a narcissist.
Yeah, I know, right?
And you're much taller in person, which I like.
Says the Jolly Green Giant.
No, but you didn't look this tall on camera.
A lot of tall guys, like Pete's tall, Skupin's tall, Carter's tall. Favorite player of all time? You know what? I always said Penner. I always said Penner before I knew he was going to be out there. I was totally crushing over him in all the interviews we did before. Then he rolls out, and I'm like, oh, damn it. I don't want to play with him. I admire him, but I know how good he is. I don't want to deal with him. But Penner's absolutely like what I want to be when I grow up.
Awesome. Thanks for chatting with us. All right, man. Awesome. Can we take a quick picture?